Today's episode of Dungeon Crawlers Radio is brought to you by Gamers Inn, your one-stop location for all your gaming needs. Located in Lehigh City, Utah, their fun and friendly staff will be more than happy to answer any of your gaming needs. Just remember, Gamers Inn, it's where adventures begin.
It's time to power up.
Autobots, roll out!
Broadcasting live from the DCR studio.
Oh yeah!
The Geek Revolution starts here.
Excellent!
Get ready for the #1 hit geek radio show out there.
Well, it is impressive, isn't it?
Because it's time for Dungeon Crawlers Radio.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Alright everyone, welcome to another episode of Dungeon Crawlers where we're going to talk about M. Night Shyamalan. I don't know why, but we're doing it.
What?
I don't know what's going on here.
With the twist!
With the twist! That's right, crap!
I had no clue what was going on. You're like pointing at each other.
We were
Viewers.
talking before we started recording,
listeners.
and my favorite M. Night Shyamalan moments is when he's not involved, when they make fun of him on other things, like in Robot Chicken. He shows up in other Robot Chicken skits that have twists at the end, like the Energizer Bunny, and he goes, "What the twist?"
So, apparently Scott is a fan.
So, okay, hold on. Now, So, M. Night Shyamalan has had a very interesting career, but what I'm a fan of...
I think the fan has an asterisk next to it.
There is a big asterisk on this fan. I'll tell you that right now.
Asterisk.
That's what I said.
Is like a hippo's
I am a
behind.
super fan of Unbreakable, which was his second big movie.
Okay.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
the one right after Sixth Sense that he directed.
Why did the critics not like this?
Because it was a crappy superhero movie.
Oh,
But it
because
was a real superhero
It was
movie.
one of the first real superhero
Yeah, but it was still
movies.
crappy.
It was super realistic. It was amazing.
Yeah,
You got
it's
to know
because it
Bruce
was
Willis'
realistic.
character, and Bruce Willis did an amazing job in that character, as that character.
And so did, so
Sam
Bruce
Jackson
Willis,
was badass.
Sam Jackson did a great job. Here's the problem, and this is the problem I have with M. Night Shyamalan, is he's a one-pony trick. He has this fancy story, gets you all worked up, and then at the very end it's like, let's pull the rug out from underneath you. Well, that worked the first time with Sixth Sense. Then he did the same thing with Unbreakable. He's done the same thing with every movie since.
Exactly, but it
And
still
it's-
worked with
But
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, it wasn't
Unbreakable-
nearly as big.
His
You're right.
mentor
It was still
the
new.
villain. That was
But
awesome.
it was the ultimate
Which was good. I mean, that
was
was
the ult-
cool for a superhero
Yeah.
story. Yeah,
It was the ultimate dichotomy for a superhero.
Yeah.
It's not the first time we've seen this, but I liked it.
No, I mean we saw it with
because
Lex Luthor and
yeah.
Clark Kent. They were friends.
I liked it because it really developed the characters, and like what you said, Scott, that this is the reality of a superhero story. Let's give this guy the ability to not get hurt and see what happens. And his trepidation and his I don't know, I don't want to know, and this is scary, really comes out. Not okay, I'm going to go be a superhero now.
Lack of the interior monologue or any kind of monologuing was what I actually found really intriguing about this character, because I was constantly thinking, okay, so what is he thinking? Because we were so used to, I will stop you, Mr. Freeze, the Joker.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you didn't have that exterior dialogue. You had that
Which is
interior
really sad
monologue.
because I'm sorry, Sam Jackson can pull off a villain monologue.
But that's
like
villain.
no
We're talking
other.
about Bruce Willis,
But you're
like
right, Bruce
one of the
Willis,
quietest guys in Hollywood. I mean,
Yeah, look at him
yippee
in,
ki and
look
that
at
was
him
enough.
in Red or Red 2.
Yeah.
Which again is a
Amazing
superhero
films.
movie based off a DC comic. He doesn't talk a lot.
He doesn't talk a lot, but he's
But it's
Bruce Willis.
great.
He doesn't
Yeah,
have to.
he doesn't.
And I think that's goes to that
He
point, the
delivers
beauty
a lot
of that
in the
character.
look. I mean, he does. Out of
And the kid,
Yeah,
his
out
son.
of the movies, that one definitely is a good one, and I'm excited about the news. So I'll let you
Yes,
say
the
the
Yes.
news. The news. So, the news. Spoilers for anyone who has not seen Split. Turn off now and go to the Dollar Theater because I think it's already there.
Yeah.
Isn't it already out on DVD?
What?
You
Split.
guys, if you don't know, you don't know.
Oh, Split.
Okay, so Split
Yeah.
has been revealed as
it's gonna be out soon.
It's not necessarily.
Isn't
a
that the James
sequel.
McAvoy?
Yes,
Yeah.
not even James McAvoy as Professor X could save this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. But I want to now that I know it's
No.
in the same universe as Unbreakable. And
No.
at the end, you actually see Bruce Willis's character come in and say, "So what's the deal with this guy?" So, like, it is in the same universe.
No.
And they've announced a sequel called Glass, which will be a sequel to Split and Unbreakable, bringing these two characters together.
All right, this just got worse.
This would have
So-
been awesome
so
if
pretty-
Split wasn't part of it.
Yeah, I mean, and so here's what
We're
I
getting
see.
a sequel.
This-
I am happy about
This
that.
is what
That's all
I
care
see.
about.
M. Night Shyamalan is man, I can't do anything anymore. I need to figure something out. That last Airbender show, that really screwed me over. So, hey,
'cause
wait a
After
minute.
Earth did do
Marvel's
so
doing this
many
really
good
cool
things, right?
thing that at the very end they throw in this tie-in with another movie. So I'm going to do that. I don't care how crappy this movie is. Everyone's going to love it because Bruce Willis shows up, and then I make the next Unbreakable.
So he's created the Shyamalan cinematic universe. Is that
Yes.
what we're going?
Yeah,
The
pretty
Shyamalan. So
No, he created the twist.
what's the twist?
Twist cinematic
With the
universe.
twist.
The twist cinematic
Cinematic
universe.
And the twist is that they're watching us in the theater.
No, I don't know. I'm kind of torn because Split was, you're like it never really got off the ground.
I saw
It
the
petered,
trailer and I'm just like, no.
Well, I don't really like those kind of horror thriller kind of.
yeah.
Well,
and
I'm
the
not a
premise
thriller
was
guy.
great. We haven't seen something like that. The multiple personalities in the Split, and he's not the one that killed him, and he's the one taking care of him in the back and forth. And the
What are you talking about?
am I thinking
Psycho.
the wrong?
Psycho.
No. Yeah.
Norman Bates clicks out. It's his mother killing it, but it's really him dressed up as his mother.
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen it in a way. But, yeah, I mean, literally just watching the trailer, and we've talked about it.
Yeah.
The Star Wars trailer. All these other trailers, they get us excited. We're pumped. We can't wait to see this thing, even though it's at the end of the year. We're excited. I literally watched this, and I'm like, I'll wait for Redbox. I went to the next one. I mean, and I might not even check it out from Redbox.
James
because
McAvoy, his acting looks incredible in the trailer. I need to see it. I need to see the movie. I haven't seen it. Now I want to.
James
and that's
McAvoy
why.
is a great actor.
Me,
But
I don't
I don't
want
even
to.
think he
Now
can
I
save
have
this.
to. Now I have to
All right.
see it again.
Because it is. It's the Shyamalan cinematic universe.
It really is.
well,
And
because we've been asking, we've wanted this sequel because they've teased us like.
I've
In fact, they teased us like Ghostbusters did.
Yeah.
We're going to make another one. We're going to make another one.
But what happens if it's crap?
Well, then we move on with our lives.
I'm
right.
sorry, but no matter what you do with, in my opinion, with these
so
two
your bar is
characters,
set so low now because of Ghostbusters.
no, not Ghostbusters.
no.
My bar is set low just because Hollywood has let us down so many
Indiana
times.
Jones. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
already
What?
talked about
Indiana Jones?
We already talked about
I'm
Indiana
sorry, I
Jones.
sneezed. It's dusty in here.
Yeah, I think that Hollywood has set the bar so low at this point that really I go to movies like this to have a fun time, to see a character that I was in love with at one point and say, oh, okay, that's kind of fun. And then I have to accept, yes, this is what I believe happened with the character, or no, I'm just going to stick with the original. That's how I was with Anakin when I went back to see episode 1. Oh, I love pod racing.
So what
my
happens?
Vader.
Okay, so let's just throw the hypothetical out there. What happens if you see the whole movie, okay, Glass, and you're going through, Bruce Willis is running around doing all of his stuff, and that the twist at the end is it's not Sam Jackson,
That Bruce Willis is the villain?
that it's
Or-
someone else.
Sam Jackson's not the villain. You know what I love about that?
Then I look at Wes and I say,
What a twist!
see?
I mean,
You got your popcorn, you had a fun night
but then
out.
you never see Sam Jackson. I don't know. That's the problem I have with going to see his movies. Is I know there's going to be a twist no matter what, so I can't enjoy it.
What if the twist on this one leads to a fourth?
When there's a twist that
Good.
I don't expect, beautiful, perfect. But I can't go into any of his movies now without expecting a twist.
Yeah.
Which
And then
is
when another
what-
director does
yeah.
the M. Night Shyamalan twist, we don't see it coming because, quite frankly, he's kind of cornered the market on
Yeah.
it.
I mean, what was that movie that had Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman that they were competing?
Oh,
Prestige.
Prestige.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful
Sick.
twist at the very
It was
end.
very, very Sixth Sense because
Yeah.
he's spoiler alert. He's reading
old
through.
if they haven't
yeah,
seen it now.
well, just hit Netflix too.
Yeah.
He's reading through the diary, and so it's telling It's literally the middle of the storyline. We start the movie in the middle of the storyline, and he's reading the diary, flashing
we
back.
flashback,
and you think
catch
he's
up.
just okay. He's got the diary, got it without permission or whatever, and you get the big twist for me. other than the whole twin thing at the end, was that he knew he was writing the diary for him, and it was a plant, and that screwed with my head. I was like, and now as you read this, that you're in it, I'm like, what?
Well, no, that was the beauty of that whole movie.
It was, and it was based on a book that did the same freaking
there was so
thing.
many twists that were done,
But I hadn't read the
but I
books,
wasn't
didn't know.
expecting it.
Yeah.
And that's what made it so much better for me.
Oh, so beautiful.
Is when that happened, it's like, holy crap. And then when the next one, it's like, holy crap.
It
But
was
now,
one of those few films that could do literally 3 or 4 twists, and each one was bigger than the last.
When we went in for the first time to see that very first one,
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense, when you saw that twist, you're like, oh my gosh, that was awesome.
And it got even better when you saw the behind the scenes that they talked about Red being a link to all the stuff. And if you go back, and they spent tons of time to make sure that, and if you go back and watch it, Bruce Willis doesn't interact with anything.
Oh, yeah. Well,
sure,
no.
he sits down on a chair, but he doesn't move
No,
it.
yeah,
the door is open for him. And
yeah, I mean,
it's insane.
after that once that reveal, you go back and watch it, and you're like, oh my gosh, this was
That's
right
where
in
the
front of me.
cinematic genius was.
Yeah.
But Shyamalan had been sitting on that freaking story forever. But then he got it out, worked on the story for years, put it out, and now Hollywood comes knocking, and he's got maybe a quarter of the time to produce similar, if not better, product. It was hit or miss for some people in the broad audience with Unbreakable, and then after that, they just started relying on star power. You had what was it? You had The Village. You had
Adrian Brody and
Adrian
Bryce
Brody, and then you
Dallas
had
Howard and all
Signs
them.
with Mel Gibson, and you just got what was it? The Happening with Mark Wahlberg.
Well, at that point, everyone knew there's going to be a twist at the end. There's going to be something, and so it wasn't. It was expected, and so at that point,
Like ordering a meal that you know is going to be nothing.
It's like riding a roller coaster, and the first major drop gets you. The next one, you're expecting for it. You tighten up that sphincter a little bit. It still is a little bit of a rush, but it's nowhere near what it was the first time.
Well, it's not even like that. It's like okay, you got off the roller coaster, you went and rode some other rides, you came back. Well, it's not going to be as thrilling as the next time around.
You know what's coming.
You know, even if randomly, you go straight up, and there's a possibility that you go right back down behind you. It's just not as good.
Right,
and
it's
that's
that one trick pony that you're
it is that one trick pony. And then he goes to do other things that don't have that twist, and they suck. I mean, really, Last Airbender, After Earth was I
liked it to see how
seen it in the
the actors work.
375 bin at Walmart and won't even pick it up. And it comes with a digital copy. Nope,
no thanks. No, I like Will and Jaden. I
like
love
Will
Will and
Smith and
Jaden
Jaden.
working together.
Yeah.
They were amazing in Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap, that
Great
movie was genius.
Well, I mean, even Jaden just with Jackie Chan in the remake of Karate Kid.
People hated that. I loved it.
Oh, it was great.
However, when the teenagers, the 12 to 14-year-olds go to beat up Jackie Chan, and then they go, okay, cut. It's kind of like watching the old Star Trek TV show, the TOS. You can tell which one's the stuntman because Jackie Chan always uses, now that 12-year-old's 45. And you're like, yeah, sure, he's short, but no 12-year-old's got a 14-inch bicep. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, but at the same
Good
time...
movie, nonetheless.
Yeah, good movie. And Will Smith is a great actor. And... that movie was bad.
It really was.
And it's just like...
Proof that star power cannot save a story.
You're right. No, I mean, they can only go so far. But if you have bad writing and bad script, it falls apart. I mean, the first 3 Star Wars movies, as much as that pains me to say...
Let me say episodes 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3.
To give you guys an idea, Rotten Tomatoes has After Earth at... Take a guess. If you've got it pulled up, don't guess. But
it's still going to be higher than the last Fantastic Four movie.
What do you think?
Probably at a 12%.
What do you think?
2%.
2%. It got 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's okay. Last Airbender. This is going to blow your mind. Last Airbender. What do you think it got Rotten Tomatoes?
Last Airbender, I'd give it a 4.
What do you think, Scott?
7.
Oh, man, you guys hit it right between the screws. 6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
We'll do on that one.
So anyway,
but surprisingly enough, Unbreakable still at a 68%, which is higher than M. Night Shyamalan's Stuart Little. Yes, he wrote that.
Yes, he did write that.
So yeah, looking forward to it. I hope that they do well, and I hope that it's I hope that it's watchable. I really hope that it's watchable.
Okay, I do as well. I really do hope it is good. But, oh wow, the tomato meter actually gives Fantastic Four a 9. Rotten Tomatoes.
I actually thought Last Airbender would do better than that movie, so I'm incredibly surprised.
Well, it was really low for quite a while, but wow, it's at a 9.
Everybody's liking
I
Split,
do hope
so I think it's a good
it
sign.
will do good. And honestly, I'll just cut
Now,
Split
is it-
out of the middle.
is it-
because
is
I
it-
don't want it in there.
Yeah, is it official that both actors have signed?
Not all that's
Probably
really
not.
been announced is just a Twitter feed.
That
from
they're
M.
going
Night
to do it.
Shyamalan.
So Twitter feed says we're going to make it.
We're gonna make it. And we're gonna bring back.
So now we're running into this. Now we're running into the standard Hollywood conundrum for people who don't understand the way Hollywood production works. Before money can even change hands, everything is rumored until a production number is assigned by the production company and or studio. So until a production number is assigned, you can't get union reps, you can't get people to put money on it, and until you've got money on it, you can't sign contracts or get promissory notes from actors. So from what it looks like, just with the Twitter feed, we're going on a big assumption that M. Night Shyamalan is going to get a studio, a good script, and get a production number. And that's
But
a
Wes,
big jump.
We have a release date of January 18th, 2019.
Yeah, how long
it
was
must be true.
How long was Ghostbusters 3 set in a release date on IMDb, and every year
Ghostbusters
it would
3
move?
is still set
Yeah,
in
it's
release
still
date.
there. So, I mean, when it comes to Hollywood, just from an aspect of that, guys, that's what we're looking at. So, in reality, I'm super excited like Scott is. I want to see this, but we've got to take it with that grain of salt of it may not even happen,
It may
or
never
if
happen.
it does, we may not even see Bruce Willis.
It's just like remaking it. It might not happen.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
It's happening. I do love the fact
And it
that
looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
I'm only
It's like
sad
shot
that
for
there's
shot.
There's no Tim Curry in it.
Yeah.
Well, he's getting old.
No, they're actually. It looks like they're really focusing on the kid aspect and not jumping into
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
they're
future
not
with
going
the
to the
adult,
adults.
cutting out all the sex that was in the Stephen King books. So.
Yeah. If you have a chance, go onto YouTube right now, look up the Stephen King It side-by-side trailer somebody went through.
They're
and like,
pretty close.
It's like shot for shot. It's literally a split screen of the old trailer and the new trailer, and it's like almost shot for shot. Like somebody went through and edited the original movie to include shots that would fit the new trailer.
Yeah.
So it's pretty darn cool. So I recommend checking that out because makes your inner geek go, ooh, cool.
I do love because how many years are in between each time it surfaces in the book? It's like
25 years?
I think it's
30
20,
years,
25
something like
to
that?
30 years.
I
Yeah.
thought it was every 30 years, and yet that's exactly how much time.
That's how
has
long it's been
happened
between the-
the two movies, which I was just like.
So here's the question.
Getting insane.
We don't know.
Could it be the kid?
Could it
of
be
the,
the kid of the adult? Is
That would make
this,
sense.
Yeah, is this...
I don't know.
Are you saying it's the same? You're saying it's a sequel instead of a
Yeah, I'm
reboot?
saying is this a reboot or a sequel?
I don't know. It would
Or
be
a
interesting
sequel
to
boot?
see.
I don't know.
I since they have the exact same group of the Losers Club.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like they have
That
the
is,
same.
yeah, it's
I-
probably.
Yeah.
it's a
I-
reboot.
That would have
like
been
it to
cool,
be-
though, to be a sequel. The dichotomy would have been a lot more fun.
It would have been, but
if I
having
remember
your-
right, in the book, it's been a while since I've read it. None of the kids that grew up had kids.
27
Oh.
years. 27 years.
27
yeah,
years.
but in the
And it's
in the
because
TV
of that.
show, they broke that curse, and Bev was pregnant. But that was the
That
Book
was the
versus
TV
movie, people.
miniseries,
Book
yeah.
versus movie.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see it, but with reservation because most Stephen King movies or books have never been converted very well.
And that's one thing that worries
And so
me.
that
is
worries me.
I
However-
hope that they don't do the classic, the new
With the
age horror
gunslinger
movie.
that they're
Yeah.
doing, maybe he's been able to get a little bit more clout and ability to direct, kind of give some more
As long
presence.
as they don't
Yeah.
just go for the typical boo scare, because that's all Hollywood horror.
Well, in the
does.
Hollywood, there's two horror
But the
camps
thing-
in
the-
Hollywood.
But
It's
the thing about
gore
it
or
is there wasn't gore.
it was
all
suspense.
The suspense, and they really played on that fear.
Well,
of
it's like
clowns
the
and
new
stuff.
House on Haunted Hill that came out in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was suspenseful as all crap until the last 5 minutes. You didn't see anything. So that is the true definition, in my opinion, of horror is suspense.
Oh, yeah.
Horror,
Like-
gore is gore.
Horror
it just,
movies I hate. I do. The ones that I really love, like Darkness Falls, where all the death scenes are off scene and all you hear is the noise, the screaming, the crunching, the blood curdling.
The best part about that is you could never successfully show on screen what your own brain creates.
And
that was genius
well, and that's
filmmaking.
what Hitchcock did.
Yeah.
You know, everything was, you know, even, okay, so let's go back to Psycho, where you see
that shower scene.
The shower scene. You don't see the knife or anything stab in. All you see is the girl with her arms up, screaming, and
then the chocolate syrup going down the drain.
The music, and then, which is supposed to be blood. Powerful. I mean, even in The Birds or any of his other stuff, you never see
Vertigo.
a death on camera, which is just awesome. So, all right, folks, with that said, we must wrap this up. You know, give us your thoughts about M. Night Shyamalan. Maybe you love him. Maybe you hate him. It doesn't matter.
Maybe you hate The Sixth Sense and you love Unbreakable. Who knows?
Maybe.
I'm excited.
Or maybe...
But I'm unbreakable.
Or maybe Mr. Glass should just run around in his boxer shorts. Who knows? Or
Saying-
maybe we have seen the continuation of Mr. Glass's story when he's asking for, "Woman, where's my super suit?" With that said, we're out of here.
See ya.
Thanks for watching, Georgie.